Yeah, it's all right.
Congratulations to Schwein Time with a win over the Avengers 3-2. Up next, we have the Damon Hunters versus the Overachievers.
Looks like we're about ready to get underway for our second game here between the Damon Hunters and Overs. Looking at the two teams' rosters for Overachievers. They've got Jeremy Henriksen, who will be playing in net, along with Ross Gangler, Keith Mann, Thomas Stock, Kamal Ismail, or Chemo as he goes by, Michael Connors, Diallo, Jordan Overnesser, the captain, and Oscar Rayo Gutierrez. On the other side, Corey Laycox in net. The captain of the Damon Hunters is Damon Goga, Miguel Robles, Mitch Lewis, Hiker Pena, Nico Calabria, Isaac Grave, Jacob Orlick, and Valkar Bayambaye. Battle between the two keepers, Corey Laycock and Jeremy Henriksen, both playing for New England Amputee Soccer. Corey Laycock with the American Amputee national team as well. Just looking out on the field, we've got a couple players who will be making their debuts as well. Looks like that Damon Hunters will swap sides to the far side, or to the left side, so Laycock will be in net over there. Starting, looks like we've got along with Isaac Rafe, Orlick, and Calabria. Robles. They'll start things off as Lewis kicks it back to Calabria. Now all the way to the far side. He played back to Calabria as they get things started. Swung on over for Rabe. Gangler's there along with Overnesser. Settled down by Mann. Working down the near side on Rabe. Now into Overnesser. Back to Mann. Mann rips a shot that takes a deflection. Comes off of Pena. And it sweeps out and along. And Arroyo Gutierrez. Now up for Pena. Now it's poked along and picked up by Chemo. Chemo pushes it on in, and it's taken away by Calabria. Calabria waiting for options, lays it off for Rabe. Rabe looking to play back to Calabria, but taken away by Chemo. Now up for Gangler, and there's Obernesser. Back to Calabria, lays it off for Laycock, and cleared away. Connors settles that one down, picked up by Ober now, off to Man. As they look to push forward, there's Gangler. He looks to center one, stopped by Calabria, who will just clear it away. Picked up by Ray before Keith Mann is able to deflect that one out. And it'll be a kick in on the near side. It'll be taken by the Damon Hunters. It'll be Isaac Rabe to take this one, as looks like we're going to have a change first. Substitution on the far side. Gangler coming on out. It's going to be laid on off. There's Pena. Now up to Lewis. Lewis lays it on off to Rabe. Defended by Obernesser. And there's Man. And over to Chemo. Escapes just underneath Obernesser. Laid on out to Rabe, who puts that one up, and it's swept up by Henriksen. And that one goes up, headed down by Obernesser. Rabe's there, defended by Man, tries to play it up for Lewis, but Keith Mann is all over this one. Working down the wing, lays it up and defended, and then poked all the way. Laycock lays it out wide, and swept on back. Calabria. And able to settle that one down, but he's going to get called. I think the call is going to be the residual limb, and so it'll be a free kick. Played up to Calabria, defended by Chemo. Normally teammates, but now find themselves on opposite sides of the field. As it rolls along and out. Still scoreless early on in this game between the Overachievers and Damon Hunters. I want to thank you all for tuning in to the New England Open Cup. The first ever annual New England Open Cup here in Lancaster, Massachusetts at SBLI Field at Progen Park. There's Obernesser. Looking to whip it in the middle for a man, and he just can't get a touch on it. And it's going to roll out for a goal kick. Neither team able to produce a tempting shot on net yet. It's still early into the game. We had 5 goals in our previous matchup between Schweintime and Avengers. A 3-2 win for Schweintime. Again, round robin play. All teams will play each team. 4 teams in this year's tournament. And it's not like the Amputee Cup, where teams are sorted by region. It is a random assortment of players, a drafted team of players with 4 teams. So players from all around the country playing with some new faces, and some players are playing against their teammates as well. Here's Obernesser. Lays it off for Chemo. Tries to slot it back across, but Calabria is all over that one. Trying to sweep a curling ball into Lewis, but Man is all over it. Man, very identifiable by his long orange beard. Laycock finding the time to come on out after a day filled with coaching. Now gets to come out onto the field and play himself in net. Calabria. Here's Lewis. He's making his debut in amputee soccer. Now Calabria lays it out wide. It's settled on down by Orlick, but taken. And it's going to come off the crutch of Orlick. And it'll be a kick for overachievers. And a sub coming in. And looks like Gangler is going to come on in for Connors. That one's laid on off to the far side. Now picked back up by Mann, who plays it all the way over to Chemo. Chemo pressured, and that one's going to roll out of bounds. And it'll be a kick in for overachievers. This one brought up by Obernesser, but a no-nonsense clearance right there as it's kicked out of bounds by Pena. This one's whipped in by Obernesser, headed down. And Rabe is going to lose out to Obernesser. Obernesser. And that one is still trying to be cleared and finally poked away. It's Calabria all the way up for Lewis. It's just him and Gangler now tracking back are a ton of white jerseys. Lewis is going to try and do it himself. Goes underneath and just can't escape it as it falls into the arm of Henriksen. He's going to roll it over towards the far side. It's picked on up by Thomas Stock. Trying to lay it up the wing, and it's going to roll out of bounds as it goes to Gutierrez. As Stock comes back out for Connors. Kicking on the far side, picked up by Robles. Now back to Pena. It's Orlick. And it's going to come off of the crutch of Gangler. That's going to be a free kick in the direction for the Damon Hunters. A long ways out, but you never doubt Calabria thinking about taking a shot. He's got Lewis inside the box, trying to direct traffic for Rabe to get himself in. That one's to the back post, and Rabe just couldn't get there. And it'll be a goal kick as Henriksen will put it down. And that one is going to go over half field. And so it's going to be a kick for the Damon Hunters. Picked up by Robles. Lewis is calling for it at the back stick. Here's Calabria. Calabria tries to center it into Lewis and can't do so. It'll be a kick in for the Damon Hunters. It'll just be poked into Calabria. He's going to center that ball across, takes a deflection off of Obernesser, and the ball's trickling away from Henriksen. He can't leave his box. It'll be picked up by Lewis. And Jacob Lewis up top. That one's tried to be flipped along by Orlick. Picked up by Calabria. Calabria dances his way around a couple. All the attention is on him. He thinks about a shot. He's going to rip one, and it just misses that left post and goes out for a goal kick. still scoreless so far through this first half. Man will receive the short goal kick. Henriksen learning from his mistake from the first one. And it's going to be played all the way up for Chemo. Does he have the space to get to it? He does. Defended closely, squeaks on through, but a handball, I believe, is going to come up against Pena. And so we're going to have a free kick for the overachievers as they look to get themselves on the board. Jordan Obernesser asking for his yardage. Looking, whips it on in, swatted down by Laycock and cleared up by Calabria. Calabria is pacing along. He's got Lewis and he finds him. Lewis centers it back to Calabria, looking back for Lewis, but cleared by Man. Only so far from Arroyo Gutierrez. He's trying to defend Calabria, bodies him off. Calabria down to the near side for Lewis. Lewis settles it, dances around Man. Man gets a poke on it, and Lewis will gladly watch it roll out for a corner. The wind starting to pick up here in Lancaster, Massachusetts. When the wind's not going, it's quite a nice day out here. The wind makes it a little chilly, makes the conditions harder for the players out on the field too, with the ball flying as that one's headed away by Gangler off the attempt from Rabe. It'll be a kick-in for the Damon Hunters. Rabe is going to lay it into Calabria. Calabria draws two. Now Rabe, he just can't get there, and Chemo's going to come away with it. It's a 2-on-2. He's got Obernesser down on the left wing as well. Defended, and Chemo just can't get past Pena, who pokes it away. Orlick kicks that one up, and it's going to go out. It'll be a kick-in for the overachievers. Still scoreless. Man up the wing for Gangler on the kick-in. Centers it to Obernesser. Now Man. Gangler flicks that one. It's got some curvature on it. Poked back and trying to get out there. Laycock is able to stop down on Obernesser. He could not pick that one up as it was passed back by his teammate, but he does well to handle it. And excuse me, that was not Obernesser threw on goal. That was, in fact, Arroyo Gutierrez. As now Obernesser's going to kick it back to Henriksen, who lifts it up and over, looking for Gangler, who's not going to have enough to get that done. We'll have a substitution, and we'll come stock for Gangler. Lewis will take the kick in for the Damon Hunters on the far side. It's into Calabria. Calabria chips it up over around Chemo, centers it in the middle, and just can't get a foot out onto that one was Orlick. It'll roll on out. It'll be a kick-in. Sets himself up. He's going to go long with this one. It's going to roll all the way. It takes a deflection. It looks like that might have came off of Robles, and I believe that should be a corner kick. And it is. It came off of Robles, who flicked it up and over, and the momentum took it all the way out. It'll be a corner coming up for Overachievers SC. Probably the first one of the game for them. Obernesser whips this one in, unable to be cleared. It bounces. I think that was Arroyo Gutierrez. Picked up in the midfield by Chemo. Chemo centers for Connors. now out wide looking for Stock, but picked up by Calabria, who looks to slot through Lewis. He's in a race with Mann to take that one back to Henriksen, who's just going to go along with it. Not taking any chances with that one. A no-nonsense clearance now picked up by Jacob Orlick. Tries to play it up to Calabria, he finds him. Stops, plays out for Lewis. Lewis in towards the middle. And is that one inside the box off of Mann's crutch? We'll see what the call is. And it's going to be just outside of the box. Not quite a penalty, but a good opportunity here. Calabria settles himself out over this one. I don't think there was any doubts of who would be taking it. As the overachievers try to set themselves up in a wall fashion. They've now got 3 in the wall. Connors, Mann, and Chemo. Calabria rips a shot and he puts it in! And Calabria opens up the scoring in this game, and the Damon Hunters take a 1-0 lead off the set piece. That one was just struck with absolute power. There wasn't any decision of where he was going to put it. Calabria just thought to himself, I'll just hit it as hard as I can with how close it is and hope that will be enough to put it in. And that's exactly what happened. There was absolutely no chance for Henriksen to make a save on that shot. And now the overachievers are going to have to play from behind. They'll roll out for a goal kick. Gangler will come on in for Connors. Played on in to Laycock. Calabria is going to go long with it, only as far as Chemo. Can't quite settle down on it, but he'll win the race. Here's Chemo. He looks in towards the middle, finds Mann. Mann gets around one guy. He's now surveying his options, finds Obernesser on the far side. Obernesser cuts in and trying to just get rid of it, and finally does, and played up by Robles. It finds Rabe. And now Lewis. Lewis has a man up there, and Chemo's able to just clear that one away, but I believe we are going to have a handball hit off the crutch of Gangler. And so Calabria will set himself up over this one. Goes to the near side, and he finds Rabe. Rabe takes a shot, and he scores! He puts it in the bottom left corner. And the Damon Hunters extend their lead to 2. It was a shot from distance, and I think it caught Henriksen off guard. And was able to roll its way into that bottom left corner. So with minimal time before halftime, the Damon Hunters extend their lead to 2. Get a change. Gangler. Back to Obernesser. The overachievers have some work cut out for them. It's Obernesser. Tried to play it off to Arroyo Gutierrez. And that's going to do it for the half. Just a couple of seconds before the end of the half, a 2-0 lead taken by the Damon Hunters. Coming out of the second half, the overachievers are going to have to find a way to get the ball in the back of the net. We'll be back for the second half here between CF Damon Hunters and overachievers at the New England Open Cup 2026. looks like we're about ready to get going for the second half. Again, CF Damon Hunters currently with a 2-0 lead. Goal from Calabria off the free kick, and then most recently Isaac Rabe, who tucked it in the bottom left corner. It'll be the Overachievers to kick off here to start the second half. It'll be played back by Obernesser to Man, now over to Connors. Again, trailing by 2 goals. They got 20 minutes to get those 2 back to try and get 1 point. That one's pushed all the way up, and it's gonna roll on out. It'll be taken by Robles on the far side. Now off to Pena. Pressured by Obernesser. Obernesser's press pays off. Finds Stock, lays it off for Man. Here's an opportunity. Man tucks it in! And that's the exact start the Overachievers needed. A goal early. Cuts the lead down to 1. Keith Mann gets them on the board. We kicked off by Lewis. A bad touch there from Pena, and Obernesser once again with the press wins the ball back for his team. Obernesser looking in the middle, gets down to the goal line, pushes it across, but throwing his hand on top of that ball was Laycock. He'll roll it on out. Finds his way to Rabe, who now has the game-winning goal at this moment. Still a lot of time left to go here, though, in the half. Keith Mann, who took that goal beautifully, just waited for Laycock to commit before throwing it right to the right side. And here's Obernesser now. He's going to shoot a shot. He scores! From an impossible angle. Hits it off the right post and in, and just like that. Few minutes into the game, Overachievers SC with Obernesser scoring that goal puts him in 2-2. Laycock thought he had the angle closed down, and he basically did, and Obernesser put it in the only place that it would be able to go in, which was off the inside of the post. And we've got a fresh game here now, tied up at 2s. Lewis does a nice job to turn his man, but Chemo's there to clean it up. Played up to the Overachievers. Obernesser lays it off for Stock, who's going to lay this one down. Obernesser keeps it in. He's got Man in the middle if he can find him. Lays it off for Stock. Stock waiting for options, finds Gangler. Gangler's going to try a shot, but that one's easily saved there by Laycock. All the momentum now has gone in the way of the Overachievers after a very well executed end of the half for Damon Hunters. And off now, here's Calabria on the near side. Plays it in towards Lewis, the 1-2 with Calabria. Calabria rips a shot, and he was looking for that far post too, but just couldn't get it. It's a nice link-up play between Calabria and Lewis, but result is a Here's Chemo. Pressured by Lewis. Now up to Obernesser, who flicks it up, a missed hit. It's a Mead all the way over to Henriksen, who's going to launch this one up, but settled down by Calabria. Calabria's going to try one from distance, and that one goes up over the net. An ambitious shot, but one that he's not afraid to take, and results a goal kick once again. as I believe trying to make a substitution is Damon Hunter, trying to switch things up. Hammer's going to come out, and in checks Orlick. He'll come on over to this left wing side. Taken and headed along by Obenesser, but no one's up top. Settled on down by Pena. Now Robles heads it back to Pena. All the way back to Laycock, who's just going to one-time this one up. Chested down by Mann. Orlick's first one there. Calabria is pressured by Obenesser and gets the ball taken away from him. Chemo. His clearance isn't good enough. Calabria thought about the one-time shot, and he's not going to take it. Now he rips the shot and hits off the foot of Henriksen and finds the back of the net. Calabria's shot from distance this time does score, and they take back the lead, 3-2. Calabria now tied up at the top with Booker on 2 goals for the Golden Boot race. Let's see if there's any magic left for the overachievers after tying things up early. We've had 3 goals in the first 7 or so minutes. Here's Obenesser. Looking for Mann, and that one trailed just behind him. Giving chase is Arroyo Gutierrez, and he's gonna just unable to be able to keep that one in. It'll be a kick in, and it'll be taken by Robles on the far side. Laid all the way across for Pena. Laid back off for Laycock. Laycock's going to go long with this one, but headed down by Mann, almost in the direction of Obenesser. And just shielding this one all the way out. A good job and heads up from Robles. It'll be a goal kick for Laycock. He's going to take it quickly. Gives it up to Rabe. Rabe up for Calabria. Calabria stops. Now got 3 players around him, but he just curls all the way back to place. Now up for Pena. Pena tries to curl, and it's back for Robles, who tries to go long, searching for the ball, but can't find Orlick. Swept up by Mann. Here's Mann working along the sideline. Obenesser pressured by Pena, who gets the ball taken away from him. Calabria to Lewis, and just can't hang on to that one as it goes just beyond him. A goal kick is once again the result. Looks like Connors is coming out, stock in. Stock's going to move himself up to Chemo. Chemo keeps on carrying. Tries to slot it along the sideline, finds Obenesser, who's waiting for help, curls back. He'll lay it back for Chemo. Swings it over for Gangler, who just about gets there and keeps it. Gangler cuts in. Lays off for Obenesser, thinking, takes a rip shot, and it just goes wide, just beyond the kick of Laycock. It's a well-executed play as Gangler just about got his foot there and then centered it to Obenesser, who was trying to find that bottom right corner, but it was always dragging wide. Calabria comes around and pokes that one away. Great footwork. Now up to Rabe. He's got Lewis, pokes it up to him. Lewis working on Chemo. Back to Rabe. Rabe tries to center it in towards Orlick. Cleared out by Gangler. There'll be a kick in on the far side. It'll be taken by Rabe. He's going to lay that one off for Lewis. That poked back by Chemo, and it's going to go out. It'll be a kick in once again coming up for the Damon Hunters, who are going to look to extend their lead to 2 once again. The This one's played in off of Chemo. Lewis pokes it back out to Rabe, who tries to center it, but miskicks that one. Rolls out, goal kick once again. 3-2 lead currently hanging on are the Damon Hunters. After giving up 2 quick ones to start the half, they reclaimed their lead with a long-distance shot from Calabria. Connors back to Henriksen, who finds Chemo. Chemo breaks the pass and tries to slot through Obenessa, but way too much pace on that one. And it's going to be a kick-in once again for the Damon Hunters. Played into Rabe. Back for Robles. Taken by Obenesser. Can he keep it in? He can. Deflects a couple times. His glass comes off of Obenesser's leg. Robles tries to play it quickly and kicks it straight out of bounds. Man isn't just laid off for Obenesser. Now back to Man. Man just waiting. Now drives to the goal line. Tries to kick it through. Blocked there by Robles. Obenesser's able to reclaim the ball out towards Chemo. Chemo's just going to whip one in there. A deflection off of Man. Laycock able to stand strong and tall and hang on to that one. He's going to distribute quickly up for Calabria. Bouncing ball. Calabria's able to handle it. Comes off of Connors. Now Calabria whips one in towards the back post. Poked away by Henriksen. Falls to Orlick. Blocked by Obenesser. Ball is still loose in the box. And a shot in, a block by Obenesser as he sweeps things away for his team. Tries to scoop it up for Man, who just can't keep it in. Henriksen initially dealt with it, not completely, but enough to get the job done. Now it's back off for Rabe. And taken away. Arroyo Gutierrez. Obenesser plays it all the way up. The only man back there right now is Pena. Pena just waiting. He's in no rush. He'll lay it off for Laycock. He's got Calabria with a ton of space on the near side. Calabria switches it all the way back for Robles. Robles taking his space. Calabria. Back to Robles. Out towards Rabe, who puts it in and is going to go out for a goal kick. Still trailing by 1 now are the Overachievers. Again, if you're just tuning in, it's been an exciting second half, at least it was for the first part, as now it's taken back by Rabe. As Chemo, he deals with it. Back to Man. Coming into the second half, the Overachievers were down by 2-0 in the first half. And then they quickly proceeded with 2 goals from Keith Mann and Jordan Obenesser before a response back by a long-distance shot from Calabria. This one pushed in. It comes off of the post and cleared by Pena. Chemo's going to be the first one to that one as he keeps carrying. Now tries to play it back to Man, and a handball is going to be the call. It's going to come up against Jacob. And this one is in a prime position for a free kick. And I think Chemo, he likes his chances on this one as he asks for the yardage. Laycock positions the wall. A 3-man wall. Here's Chemo with the opportunity, comes straight off the wall. I think Robles had the touch on that one. It'll go out, it'll be a kick in, and a substitution coming. Looks like it's gonna be Isaac Rabe that's gonna come on out. And it's gonna be played in to Chemo. Chemo's back to Obenesser, but taken away by Calabria. Pushed up to Lewis. In a race with Chemo. Trying to get the positioning. Lewis cuts in. And winning that one is Chemo. Now off to Man. Now Obenesser. In the middle for Man. He tries to cut back across, but can't get the shot off. Pena's there. Calabria, they now try and push with numbers. Here's Lewis. Just waits, gets a touch on it. Looking to center it across, finds Calabria, back heels it across to the middle. The shot! Orlick off the crossbar, and then Man puts it in his own net. Just couldn't clear it away. And so the own goal comes to Keith Mann as he tried to turn it away, and I think he lost his footing there off his crutches, and unfortunately puts the Damon Hunters ahead 4-2. It was a great transition from the Damon Hunters, and the combination between Lewis and Calabria with the back heel. Orlick had the chance. It hit off the hand of Henriksen off the crossbar, and Man unable to clear that one away. So I guess you can cancel out his other goal with that own goal. 4-2 is the score. Here's Arroyo Gutierrez. He's going to play up the wing for Man. Just waiting. Here's Obenesser. Didn't want that shot. Now back to Chemo. Chemo looking, and that one's cleared away, and it's going to roll all the way out. It'll be a kick-in coming up for the Overachievers. Played along the line for Obenesser. Obenesser flicks it up and over Orlick. Now tries to center for Arroyo Gutierrez, but Calabria is there to clean things up. Given right back to the Overachievers, Man. Now Calabria working down the near wing. He's got Lewis in the middle. He's got Orlick at the back post, and now he just resets and waits. Here's Lewis. Lewis tries to push it across, and Gangler is all over that one. Now up to Arroyo Gutierrez, who just can't get a touch to it. And that one's cleared away. Man arguing for a handball. Doesn't get the call, but it'll be a kick-in for the Overachievers nonetheless. Very minimal time. They got to get a quick one here and then push for a second. Here's Obenesser. And that one's blocked by Hammer. There's Chemo. He's got Lewis tracking over to him, but Chemo continues to take the space. Now Man gets a touch through that, and Arroyo Gutierrez just can't get on the end of things. And it'll be a kick-in with about a minute to go. Maycock patiently walks his... He'll put it down and plays it on in for Pena. Now across to Robles. Back to Laycock. And gives that one away to Gangler. Gangler tries to play it across to Arroyo Gutierrez, and a good save from Laycock. He makes up for his mistake. And it goes out for a corner kick here for the Overachievers. There'll be Man to go take this one. He's going to go short for Arroyo Gutierrez. This one whipped in towards the block, picked up by Calabria, plays it up for Lewis. Lewis is 2v1 right now. He's got two bodies waiting, dances around Connors. Lewis has got Calabria in the middle. He hesitates and waits. He's going to rip the shot himself and hits it off the post and in. And Lewis extends the lead 5-2. A beautifully taken shot that almost knuckled its way into the bottom right corner. Another shot that comes off the post and in. and lays it off for Obenesser. They now trail by 3. Obenesser carries. Gangler looking to go back to Obenesser, and it's going to roll out. It'll be a kick in on the far side for the Damon Hunters. Hammer will take this one. That one's flicked along by Calabria. And kept by Chemo, who keeps it in somehow. Connor's still in. And that one's going to roll out. Calabria ready to take it quickly as Lewis is pushing along, looking for a brace, and he just loses his positioning there. Now picked up by Calabria. And that is going to do it for the game. The Damon Hunters come away with a 5-2 victory off of 2 goals from Calabria. Isaac Rabe got his goal. Lewis got a goal and an own goal from Keith Mann on the other side. It was a good comeback, though. The Damon Hunters were up 2-0, and the Overachievers got 2 goals quickly at a half from Keith Mann and Obenesser, but in the end, the Damon Hunters did not stop the pressure, and they'll take the win in this game number 2, 5-2. That will do it for game number 2 here in the New England Open Cup. Coming up next, the Overachievers find themselves back out here to try and pick up a victory as they take off AFC Schweintime. We'll be back here for more action on the American Amputee Soccer Association channel.